The highly anticipated Mafate 5, is it better or is it worse than the 4? So HOKA of late have got a habit of certain shoes updating them and making them worse. The Mafate X in my eyes was a big flop. I'll do a video at a later day on that shoe and explain all the pros and cons to that shoe. So we've got an 8mm heel drop, which is pretty high for HOKA. Usually they are the sort of people that sit with a 4 to a 6. To be fair, I didn't really notice it. When I wear, say, something like a Salomon and they usually have an 8 to a 9mm, you definitely can sort of feel it in those shoes. But with this shoe, didn't really notice it. 44mm at the heel, and you can definitely notice that. It's very, very cushioned. And then a 36 here, which is still good. Still loads of nice, good support under the forefoot, which is what we want with this type of big day out shoe. For me, it comes in at about 400 grams and a 10.5 UK size. That's quite a heavy shoe, but I didn't really notice it, if I'm perfectly honest. It's also got rocker technology, which in certain brands I'm not a fan of, but on this shoe actually it works really well because the rocker feels around here, whereas say when you have a North Face, it's right by the toes and it can feel just a little bit too harsh on the toes, and sometimes it feels like your toes are sort of getting pushed upwards, which can be quite uncomfortable. They're sticking with the Vibram Megagrip 5mm lugs, which is really good because I've always found that the Vibram Megagrip on the Mafate is always more durable than the Speedgoat. With the Speedgoat it would wear down quite quick, but I always found the Mafate always lasted a bit longer. So it's still providing that really good grip, which is something we know and love about this shoe, which makes this shoe very, very versatile to all terrains. Also got the Gator technology here, which is good because this is a big day shoe. So you don't really want to be taking it on and off to get debris out from your sort of shoe. So yeah, all in all, pretty impressed. Let's see how it got on in the run. How are we doing, ladies and gents? So I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. Wearing the Mafate 5, and I thought I'd give a bit of more of a review or first impression while actually running in it, because it just seems fitting, and I've got a recovery week. So yeah, perfect. So actually very impressed with this shoe. For me, with certain models, HOKA have gone down, like the Speedgoat and the Stinson. I feel like they lost their way a little bit. They, especially the Speedgoat 6, firmed up the midsole, which no one asked for, improved the upper, which everyone asked for, and the outsole just stayed the same, which means poor durability. Now, I was always worried about them making this model or making a new Mafate, because Mafate 4, let's be honest, was such a good all-rounder of a shoe, and it was just so, yeah, it's just so versatile. You could take it on any distance. There were certain things that did lack, like it's very soft and spongy at times, and like, yeah, like I know myself and other people used to feel sometimes a little bit pinching on the little toe, which I understand. You know, it is one of those shoes that they could do with bringing out a wide version. Let's hope they do that with the 5. But this updated model, I have to admit, I am impressed. I'm not impressed with the colour though, but I understand how brand recognition works. You know, make a shoe as loud and as bright as possible so people can see it from a mile away and go, oh, he's wearing the new HOKA. Innovate, do this as well. Anyway, so yeah, shoe feels great. Very nice and soft in the heel, a little bit firmer in the forefoot, and actually it sort of makes it a better running shoe. I know that sounds mad, but the Mafate 4 I always found, like, as much as I love that shoe, and you could be out in that shoe all day and all night, it'll not give you any issues or give up any of its, say, midsole softness. Sometimes it did feel a bit too spongy, whereas this, the heel is very soft, and then they firmed up a little bit the forefoot. So when you're running, it feels like you're getting a bit of something back. You know, like there's a bit of a responsiveness there. They've gone with the same outsole, which actually is really good.
tried and tested, really good outsole, which I like. The Vibram Megagrip, much better on the Mafate than, let's say, the Speedgoat models. And yeah, I'm actually overly impressed with the shoe. I thought, oh no, hopefully they don't go down the Speedgoat 6 or the Stinson route, where the previous model was a better model. That was always one of my concerns with this shoe. So yeah, happy with it. Still relatively heavy, even though it sort of feels lighter in a way. Maybe that's because I'm a heavy runner, so I don't really notice when a shoe is over 300 grams because I'm about 80 kilos, so yeah, I just get on with it. But yeah, impressed with the shoe. The next test will be, I've got a 50k training run in October. That will be where we see, right, how does it handle on a big day out? I reckon it should be good, to be fair. But I'll be running in it for certain sessions from now until then. But yeah, overall, impressed. Not too expensive. Still feels like an all-rounder shoe where you can use it on your easy runs, quicker runs. If you only have one shoe as the option, this shoe still works good as that. So yeah, overall, thumbs up from me. HOKA, keep doing this. Just tested the Rocket X Trail, and that's a fantastic shoe. Like I said earlier, I thought they were losing their way a bit by making shoes not soft enough, which is, you know, something that they've always been strong with. You know, it's one of their most important things with their brand, is always been with HOKA. You just literally put the thing on and you're good to go. So yeah, overall, really happy with this shoe, and let's just hope it can stand the test of time of actually when I put it through a bit of a longer run.